Hello, everybody. I'm back, and it's time to talk about what happened on the diet today. Are you ready? Well, even if you're not, let's get going. Sorry, actually, I'll wait for you to get ready. Okay, you good? Excellent, let's get started. So, poundage, I'm 170.8. 1 whole pound down from yesterday. Not bad. What did I eat? In the morning, I had 2 keto cornbread muffins, homemade by this guy. And then I had a chorizo and cheese pizza, which is basically just a chorizo and egg and cheese thing that was cut like a pizza by my sister. It was all right. And then oh yeah, almost forgot. I had 2 cups of coffee as well. And then for lunch, I had 3 pieces of chicken, 1 breast, and 2 legs, seasoned and reheated to perfection in the air fryer. It was pretty good. Then I had some 7 Sundays nut mix, just like 2 little fingerfuls of it. A&W root beer. And that's pretty much it. So not a whole lot. Any exercise? Cardio or running in the store, getting things done. At the end of the day when there was no one in the store. I don't run when there's a lot of people in the store. Okay, maybe a little slight jaunt, but nothing too crazy. Now, yeah, and some walking as well. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into the daily update. Are you ready? Here we go. I woke up at around 8 o'clock, and I knew what I wanted to do that day. Make keto cornbread. Because I bought some ingredients last night, including some almond flour. And there was an old recipe I found online by a YouTube channel called Serious Keto about making keto cornbread. I remember following that recipe way back in the day and being very impressed with it. And so I've decided to return to make it again today. And I have made it again. And I have to say, it's pretty good. I mean, you're definitely not going to mistake it for like normal bread, but considering that it's, hold on 1 second. Sorry, I have a book here and it looks like it's all messed up. Anyways, okay, considering that it's not regular bread and it's like basically just grounded up almond nuts that are pretending to be bread using eggs and sour cream and corn extract and butter, I'd say it's pretty impressive stuff. I use xylitol as a sweetener, by the way, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Yeah, I have a feeling that if you mixed it with like jalapenos and like cheddar cheese, it would make for excellent keto biscuits. Like, just thinking about that right now gets me excited to try it out. Well, after making that, I decided, well, after I was done making that, my sister made the breakfast we had, which was chorizo and egg and cheese pizza thing. And it was pretty good. I ate it, and I liked it. Then afterwards, I decided to go into my room and finish the animation Before Walt Disney documentary that I have been chipping away at, and I finally finished it today. The verdict? I give 2 thumbs up. I thought it was very, very engaging, very informative, very entertaining, and had just a lot of passion in it. And that's something I always look for in any form of media. I want that passion, gosh dang it. So yeah, and that in spades. So, yeah, what happened afterwards? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, my mom wanted to show me this Saturday Night Live sketch called The Church Lady. It was like an old sketch from like the late 80s, like early 90s, I think. And it was like a guy dressed in drag pretending to be like your stereotypical like ultra conservative church lady who interviews people. And my mom just wanted me to watch that because there was a silly dance that the church lady did that she wanted me to see because she did that dance and she thought it was funny. So I watched it, and after we both witnessed it, we thought it was so hilarious we both got up and started doing it at the same time. Pretty hilarious stuff. I know. Afterwards, what happened? I'm trying to remember. Let me think. Aha! Now I remember. My mom wanted to show me that she was putting sand in the cracks of the pavement in the back of our yard to help it from becoming broken apart and too jagged, because apparently the bricks were starting to break apart. And so she enlisted the help of my sister to go and fill the sand in. And I brought the sand over for them to fill. Afterwards, I did some meditation for like a good hour. And then I left for work. I got dressed and went away off to the land of labor. Now, when I got there, I realized, I had closing duty, so I needed to make the closing list. So I did that. The first hour was spent doing front end work. Second hour was spent doing lot. Then a 10-minute break, which was spent doing breathing exercises. Then third hour was spent bagging groceries. When I was bagging them, I found out that one of my coworkers was moving to another area, but would still be working at the same store, which I thought was pretty interesting. The person that told me said they were super excited because they were going to be having fun in the sun where they were at. I'm like, 10 out of 10. Oh yeah. So afterwards, continued bagging, and then for the fourth hour, I did carts and all that good stuff, and then I punched out. I drove home. I had my chicken. I had my nuts. I had my freeze-dried fruit. I had my A&W, zero sugar. Then I was watching a little 15-minute video about a guy who apparently saw aliens and spaceships on photography. or photos, or whatever you call it. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Then I drove back to work. And when I got to work, I immediately got started on my closing duties, which included trash, included restocking the bags, included wiping down the check stands. But here's the thing. There was a coworker who asked me if it'd be all right if they'd leave an hour early. And they said they did everything. And I said, are you sure? And they said yes. And I was like, okay, that's fine with me. So they leave. Then I checked the schedule. They didn't clean 2 check stands. That's bananas. I don't like it. No, I don't. If I saw him, I'd say, you just lost my trust. I believed in you, and you lied in my face. Well, anyways, I wiped out the check stands he didn't wipe. And then I wiped out the check stands that I assigned to myself. And we have a little list where we put the names, and we're supposed to check mark and do a little signature of our name after we're done. But since he didn't do those 2 check stands, I crossed his name off, put my name next to it, then put my signature next to it. And I always do this little stylized signature where it's like an eye winking at the person. But in this case, I made the eye have a little really eyebrow raise, And I thought that was pretty funny. Well, anyways, after that, I closed the blinds, I cleared the lot, I refilled what's that thing called again? Oh, man. The deals, the deal things. What are those things with the deal newspapers? We'll just call them that. I forget what they're actually called. And everything was good. So good. Then I punched out. I said goodnight to my boss. I ran back to my car. I did a little dance for one of my coworkers, and he did a little dance back. And we were partying. It was pretty cool. And then I drove to the gas station to see if I could get a lotto ticket, because tomorrow's the lottery. I don't normally do the lottery, but hey, I was like, that's a lot of money, and I mean, if it's tomorrow, maybe, but it's just not meant to be. It was closed, and I just was like, well, it was closed, then maybe that's just the universe saying no. So there you go. Oh yeah. Well, I drove home. I took my vitamins. I brushed my teeth. I said goodnight to my mom, family, friend, and my sister. And then I went to bed. Or I'm going to bed after this video. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next one.